What goes on, people? Welcome to Den Night, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Mondo 1/6 scale She-ra figure from the Masters of the Universe line. I do also have He-Man and Battle Cat coming as well, but this is the only one I have currently, so we're going to start with this one. Take a quick look at the box. Nice image of the gem and the sword. Quick rotate. Now, I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. I'm a very normal Masters of the Universe fan and know very little about She-ra, so I'm not gonna know terminology very well. So that's just a warning ahead of time. I just like the figure. Nice image of this castle. And that's exactly why I said that previous statement, because I don't know what anything's called. So, I'll pull the slip cover off. Now, I don't know what color that's coming out in the camera, but it's definitely like a pale pink over here. Looking through my lens, it kind of looks more red, but it doesn't really matter. You see some images. She-ra here, and then it looks like some of her villains. I don't know who that is. I almost thought it was Evil Lyn, but then I saw the claw-looking things. Some of the Horde. I know of this guy with the two heads. I don't know his name. Yeah, there's a Horde trooper. I know that. A Horde soldier, whatever you call it. So I don't know it, but you know what I mean. And whoever that is. So, yeah. I'm hoping at some point She-ra comes back to the Masters of the Universe, like, mainline show, so they can be together again. I can understand the lore, because I can't go back and watch that old show. It's too hokey. And that's coming from a guy who watched Power Rangers, so. And actually, this is the same image. It's just not in the Iron Cross. So you can see more of it. Nice. Actually, this is in color too, obviously, so you can see more of the color scheme too. It looks like all of her villains have the same kind of color motif. I do not see Hordak though. I just noticed they all have the symbols, of course. And then whoever this guy is, your little pet. I don't know his name. Anyway. Let's get her out of the box. Quick cut, I just noticed the box was kind of weird. It actually has a magnetic flap over here, which I always thought that was kind of a weird thing. I guess it's for people who keep their things in the box, but since these don't go to the store per se, I always thought it was weird to have that. But yeah, nice little flap that opens and you can see what the figure looks like. And then, of course, the viewing window, but everything's nicely wrapped up, so you can barely see stuff. So, again, it's kind of odd, but nice touch. Alright, let's get her out of the box. And here we got her out of the box. As you can see, we got a ton of stuff. And I did want to say, this little guy, whatever her pet's name is, the weird koala bird looking guy, he's actually pretty hefty. I'd say he's about 4 inches tall, but he weighs easily as much as a 6-inch figure, if not more. He's got some weight to him. So, it's pretty nice to put that much quality into something most people probably didn't even care about. At least, I don't even know his name, so. But that's me. Anyway, I guess we'll look at the accessories first. Did come with this stand. Although I'm not sure how this is going to help. I guess maybe it just holds her leg. I don't know. It's kind of a little short to hold a 6th scale figure. Unless I'm missing a piece. But she does come with 3 sets of hands. So open hand, clenched hand to hold weapons and such. And then, of course, fists. So 3 sets of hands. She does come with a cloth cape, which I love cloth goods. And it also has a flexing wire, so you can kind of give it a dynamic pose too, which I love that too. And the wire seems to go right along the trim of the gold trim, so that's nice. I like that. It has clasps here, so those hook in somewhere. We'll figure out where later. And then, of course, she has an alternate hairstyle, and this one has a hole right here, like a part in the hair, and I believe that's so if you put your sheath on, you know, the sheath and the sword can kind of stick through, because I don't think her other... No. So if you don't use that, you can use... If you don't use the other sword, you can use that hair. But if you do, you have this one. Options. So the hair, somewhere was... Yeah. If you want to give her a little... This is her bangs. I don't know what you want to say. I don't know hair terms. But I'm going to change her hair up a little bit more, give her some bangs. Not really sure how that works with her different tiara crown things, but I guess you gotta kind of experiment. So she does have that one on out of the package. And then she has this more classic version that, from my understanding from the testing, was used wrong. I think it was supposed to be like this, yeah, like a mask sort of, to cover her face a little bit, but kids in testing were putting it the other way, so it was more of like a headpiece, more like what's on her now. So it ended up being this way, the wrong way, but it's an interesting story. I happen to know. I probably got it wrong too. I think I have it right, but in her alternate headdress, which honestly the one I'm holding right now I think I like the best. It seems to have more variations and like a little bit of color shading and stuff. I like it. We'll see what I end up doing. Do some mixing and matching. This is, looks like another girdle belt kind of thing, because she has that one. So I'm assuming you can swap these. I kind of like the simplicity of the one that's on her already, though. This is kind of the bane of buying figures like this. You get a lot of extra stuff, and a lot of it you probably won't use, but it's nice to have the options. Nice shield. I like when they put the attention to detail on like the straps and stuff, and put all the rivets in the back, even though most of the time you probably won't even see it, but I appreciate the attention to detail. And then her axe, which looks like a comb as well, which is probably true of the old figures, since they were kind of like Barbie dolls. So her axe comb, and then 2 different swords, power swords, if that's what she called them. I don't really know. I just know they were like twin swords, like He-Man and her sword. I mean, I like this sheath a lot, especially with this little kind of fur thing here. I just like the design overall. Oh, and there's her Pegasus, Swiftwing. I believe that was his name, Swiftwing. Yeah, nice little nod. But I'm sure they're gonna make Swiftwing too, since they made Battlecat. So that's probably on the way. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. And then this power sword, which looks a lot like He-Man's version. Again, I don't know how similar their swords were. I just know hers transformed. So well, they both have blue gems. But I like this one, especially because this one is clearly the one that goes in the sheath. So if I use both, this would be the one that would be on her back, and then I'd have her wield this one. But I do like the look of this one. I like the detail in the hilt. Even looks like it's wrapped in leather there on the handle. I just like this design a lot more. This one's a lot more plain, but both neat. This one looks a little more industrial. This one, I don't know, has more of a magic feel to me, personally. So, I think we got everything. Looks like it. So, let me experiment and get some of this stuff put on her, including the cape. And quick cut while I'm doing this. You pull her tiara off, and then it has retaining things on each of her temples. And then, of course, on her forehead, match up to the pegs. So her bangs would go obviously there in the front peg. Well, you get the idea. Yeah. And then, so I guess you'd have to kind of like mess with the tiaras if you use those too. Honestly, the only one that looks like it's meant to work is this one because it doesn't have the front retainer. So, I mean, I guess you can experiment a little bit. I'm sure it's possible to get her to use the bangs and the Viking crown things too, but just want to make a note of that. So, cut back. So, next cut, obviously her sword sheath is going to go on those straps on her back, and probably the cape as well because of those clasps. And anyone else see Cynthia right now from Rugrats? Anyway, so yeah, you use these straps on her back, put all that stuff on, and then clip her new hairpiece in, and decide on the rest of the stuff. So, cut again. Alright, a few cuts quick. What I said about the stand, I didn't know this extends. So yeah, it is plenty tall enough. And I want to say getting the sheath and the cape on are absolutely miserable. I would recommend if you get this and you put them on, just don't take them off. Decide ahead of time if you want them on or off, because something's going to end up breaking. And actually the sheath did break. The two clasps broke off. I ended up just running a zip tie. You can see that extra dark area right there. I just ran a zip tie to hold it in place. It's not a big deal, you're never going to see it, but it's kind of annoying that it was that difficult. So, let me finish putting her together and we'll cut back. So, here we have her put all together. And I did experiment with her tiara crown things, and literally the only way I can get the bangs to work is with the like classic style one inverted this way. So not in the mask form, in the actual like Viking crown form. Just, I guess if you really try and don't ever bump it, you can make the other ways work, but I couldn't get it to work, I should say. So this is really the only way you can use the bangs. If you want to use one of the other crowns or flip this one, it's not going to work. At least I couldn't get it to. So, with that said, let's get her in the showcase, and I have some special to put her next to. And here we got her in the showcase. I thought she'd fit the motif well with Mjolnir. Of course, I'm gonna have to make room once He-Man and Battle Cat come too. So, with that said, thanks for watching. I think this will be the last episode of the year, so Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and as always, keep collecting. Bye.